Okay, good evening, guys. Here we are with a little bit of land that I have been able to visit recently. And this is a place that's located in the state of Georgia. Sorry, I can't really stop this thing from spiraling through its little frame of reference here. I went to this park only about a week and a half ago. And I have to say that this is very interesting. I only found out about this about a month ago, this Providence Canyon. And they call it Georgia's Little Grand Canyon. And the most ludicrous fact about this, they blame this gouge in the earth that you can see right here on bad farming practices. See, here we go. Uncover the layers of Georgia's Little Grand Canyon as you navigate the unusual geological formations created by erosion of the coastal plain after years of poor agricultural practices. Hike miles of sandy nature trails and gaze at dark skies while camping at Providence Canyon State Park. Well, I'm going to be camping there real soon so that I can have 2 full days of research in this park. So this is ludicrous because look at this. This is caused by bad farming practices. Are you kidding me? What a joke. Especially since I went there for half a day, only a few hours. Unfortunately, I wanted to stay the night, but they wouldn't let you make accommodations after 4 p.m. And I was there a little bit later. So I'll have to go back and, just have another go at all of this. I didn't even get to visit this part of it because I walked through the woods. And as I was walking through the woods, I found some interesting rocks that are looking like they are vitrified. So that's the evidence that this has been a great war, I believe. I believe it's starting to tie into the Tartarian narrative that's out here on the internet, and that the war between Atlantis and Lemuria was only during the age of Aries, sorry, not Pisces. We've been in this age of Pisces where the Vatican has been ruling and dominating as a force of darkness to summon the dark ones from beneath us in the ground in order to gain control and power over our realm. But they know that the time is almost up for them to rule over us. So the age of Aquarius is bringing in new frequencies of energies, and we are ascending in our awakening in our consciousness. And now this little remnant of this geological site is evidence of the Great War, and that America is Murica. And there must have been something of some significance here that they had to destroy. And I want to go poke around this entire park and see if I can find any evidence of melted buildings, or I have a metal detector and I took it to this park and I used it on the hiking trail. And not only did I find the stones that have some evidence of being melted at some point, but I found a piece of wood that actually made the metal detector go off. And I was like, that's really weird. So I brought that little piece of wood home with me. And I'll be showing, all of this in a full video, but I wanted to get some of this stuff out about what I'm preparing to do and to go investigate this area further to find out what else I can see in the details of all of this, because Something was here, and what's left, we don't know. But hopefully I can find some stuff. I need to take my EMF detector. I do have dowsing rods, and I have a metal detector. And I need to go use these things for 2 full days. And that is my intention, to go and really see if there's any other hidden aspects of this that are not presented in some of the photographs that some of these people have been sharing. But this, bad farming practices, really? Are you kidding me? Like, that's ludicrous. I mean, you really have to be, you have to be really, really dull to believe this story. I mean, even not knowing much about this place and them talking about bad farming practices, I was like, I don't think so. You know, that is like a huge joke. But, you know, they want to try to dissuade us from really investigating things. So I will be that person with the new eyes, since I've been looking at all this Tartaria stuff. I am going to visit this and report back. Now, it won't be until probably next month, because I do have some other things that I'm working on physically in the world. I have a mural that I'm about to paint for my town, and some other things that you know, I just need to work on. But it looks over here, even in this photo, look at this over here. When you see things like this, it's not just water erosion. A lot of times it's something to do with maybe a temple that had some ornate decoration. At least that's what people are finding in India and other places, and even in the Grand Canyon. But yeah, I will be going here, and I just wanted to share this little video about all of this. I will show you my rocks too that I found. And there's some other rocks that I wanted to get up out of the ground, but I didn't have my shovel with me. So I've got to take a shovel back and have a look at it. Wow, look at this. Look at this little structure formation right here. Oh, wouldn't it be amazing if we found a cave or something that, you know, had some evidence of different artifacts or something. I don't know. I'm excited about this, because this is what I live for. You know, when I was a little kid, I wanted to be Indiana Jones. I wanted to be that person that went out and found stuff. But look at this on the side over here. This is potentially maybe a castle, or I don't know. I mean, this stuff is not natural, I don't think. I mean, especially this big gouge in the middle of nowhere. It's outside of Columbus, Georgia, which is in the southwest of Georgia. It's close to the Alabama border. All right, this was my introduction into Providence Canyon. And as you can see, it's a fairly steep gouge in the earth. And I was trying to get close to the edge to see how deep it was. But this goes throughout this entire area. Okay, now down in this canyon, if you go down the hiking trail, they have 2 different ponds that are called the Glory Hole. This one is the South Glory Hole, and there's another one that is the North Glory Hole. And I'm sorry, I'm looking around trying to find any kind of other information, you know, in the landscape. I was inspecting this because I was like, okay, why is it called the Glory Hole, number one? Because that would suggest there's something buried underneath the water, that this was the main point of impact for something as well. So I hope that, you know, I can try to get some insight with this. This grass was like sawgrass though. And the sawgrass was actually cutting me because I was wearing shorts. I wasn't expecting to encounter sawgrass. So it was basically attacking me as I was walking through it. And I was like, oh, great. It wasn't swampy right here. It was actually solid ground. And there's something very mysterious about this entire thing and these different water elements that are here. I am ready to look at this. It's about 2.5 hours from me. So I am willing to go there and camp overnight and then check it out and then report back. And I'm excited. I love this kind of stuff. And especially now that we're getting into fall, it won't be so hot to camp outside. So yes, I am on it. Look at all this amazing stuff. It's almost like mining, but perhaps something else, you know? I don't know. I hope I can find some really cool stuff with the metal detector, or like I said, the dowsing rods work really well as well. But look at this. Look at these formations. You think this is normal? This is ludicrous. Okay. Well, I'll show you my rocks next too, because this is the rocks are going to be really cool. You guys are going to love the rocks because I found them amazing. But look, why is it? Georgia has red clay. Sorry to change the subject. Georgia has red clay everywhere. Why is this white? We don't have white. I mean, as you get closer to Florida, the dirt becomes sand. But this white is suspect. And it looks like there's maybe some statues over here. And again, what I came across, and I don't remember what video it was, I came across a video where someone was suggesting that the pyramids all around the world were used for free energy technology, but then that someone possibly hijacked that energy and started using it as weapons, just like what we're seeing with 5G and stuff. So, yeah, I think that is a potential in this whole narrative. And, you know, what are we looking at? What are we seeing? What are we witnessing? I love it, though. I love the truth coming out. I am all about it. I do not like secrets. I do not like hidden things, and especially lies. Look at this. Look at how the land is cut right here. This is an aerial view. Amazing. Yeah, I do have a drone too, and I need to get my drone out and start maybe working with it and learning the ins and outs of it, because I really haven't even used it. But this is how big the park is. The entrance is over here on the right. So you come in, and actually that might not be the right one, but you usually enter over here, and then it winds around and you park somewhere over here, and then you enter the trail system. And then you can get down into these ravines and walk all around and explore. And I intend to explore this thoroughly. There is something to be found here. I just know it. And hopefully the dowsing rods can lead me maybe to some sort of opening. There's got to be an opening somewhere to go underground beneath this whole thing, because they're finding these things everywhere, you know, different tunnels, systems, and underground chambers and stuff. So, but yeah, this is this part. Let me get the rocks for you, and I'll show you what I got. Okay, so what we have here are the different rocks that I found at Providence Canyon. And there were some that were even more like pockmarked and melted looking that I was not able to get because I didn't have a shovel. So I've got to take a shovel with me the next time I go. But look at these amorphous, rounded edges. They look more vitrified, especially this. I mean, look at this. It looks more like it sort of melted because all of the edges are rounded. And these things were everywhere. But I mean, look at the way the markings are. I don't think this is just water, you know, like being underwater for so long or anything like that. I see a meltedness to this. And also, when I visited Stone Mountain again recently, because I've been watching all this Tartaria stuff, we have a formation called Stone Mountain in Stone Mountain, Georgia. And it is a huge granite structure that is coming out of the ground. And it's like one big mound, a rounded mound of granite. And they carved some Confederate soldiers on the front of it on horses. And more recently, they were talking about removing that sculpture. But I believe that thing was some sort of castle or something. There is evidence of the stone melting because of the way it formed. Obviously, when it was hot, it almost looks like a lava flow, but it's very subtle in the stone itself. And it opened my eyes. I was like, oh my gosh, I think this may have been some sort of structure, actually, that we're climbing that was made of stone. And so I'm going to be reporting on that too, because I have a state park pass for Stone Mountain for a year, and I can just go there anytime and look at it. But as you can see, this is what you find all around the trails of that park in Providence Canyon. And, you know, this little gem, I'm like, yeah. I want to go and get more rocks and really investigate and hopefully find some strange artifacts or something, just something more, you know, to guide me in the proper direction with the truth of this place, because it is absolutely not what we're being told. So I hope you like this video. Do stay tuned, because I'll be visiting there again to bring forth more evidence. And I will see you guys soon on the next video. Bye.